When I had my first sailboat, I fell in love with this lifestyle of living on a boat and cruising around the world. At one point I came up with the question, how can I continue this lifestyle? And then there were, to me, two options. Or I would have money, or I would learn how to do everything myself. I've decided for the second option, since I didn't think I would ever have a lot of money, but I'd rather know how to do everything myself. So I did, and it worked out pretty good, because now I have a boat and I know how to work on it and what to do. And so in that way you can minimize cost quite a bit.
Being a professional boat builder in Switzerland does not mean you are always building boats. In fact, if you work at the same boatyard where ALADINO works, it means you never build boats at all, unless they are your own boats, and that can only happen after hours. So then, what do boat builders do? Do you think that you would enjoy the job if you weren't so obsessed with boats?
No, it totally comes from the passion and obsession. It's a hard job. There is too much sanding involved, too many nasty chemicals. I think you have to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and because you're working towards a goal, you're making life on the water possible with it. Even if I'm not always doing it for myself, I do it for the clients, but it is very rewarding in that way. And if you don't have that connection, it's hard to say, because I just have that strong connection. For me it is a passion, so yeah, it's a bit tricky.
In Switzerland, it gets very cold in the winter. And so everybody takes their boat out of the water. Most people hire a boatyard to do this for them, and then the boatyard winterizes and stores the boats. Thus, collecting, craning, driving, cleaning, and winterizing boats is a big part of the job, and a part that ALADINO really enjoys.
We always take boats out on the port side. I prepare the line here. Mostly I have to go get boats on my own, so I prepare this in advance. So once I arrive, I can only throw them off and jump off and secure the boat.
As fall fades into winter and the harbors become empty, the boat builders retreat indoors. The winter is when the boats get their maintenance done. This winter, for example, ALADINO worked on refinishing a wooden mast. Sometimes he'll do fiberglass repairs or replace the teak deck, basically whatever the customer needs. And if there's not enough work from the customers, then they can always work on this wooden motorboat that ALADINO's boss is restoring in preparation for his retirement. You might ask, why call yourself a boat builder if you work at a yard that doesn't build boats? Well, in Switzerland, a boat builder is a specific profession. You have to complete a 3-year, or 4-year in some cases, apprenticeship, attend schooling, and pass nationwide exams. Thus, to be a boat builder, you have to be qualified. And yes, you have to know how to build a boat. ALADINO's pretty good at that part. Do you ever want to build your own boat from scratch? Or are you more interested in repairing boats and adding your own custom ideas to boats that already exist?
That's another really tough question. With building your own, well, I mean, there is a lot of pride in that, and that would be a great enterprise. On the other side, I do enjoy the lifestyle so much, and building one takes quite a bit of time. So just more out of practical point of view for now, I would say let's try a few boats that are out there. Maybe always applying a few customizations. I cannot help but not customizing. And maybe one day. But for now, this would be something that takes too much time. So I'd rather stick with recycling some of them that are already out there.
For ALADINO, becoming a boat builder was a way to make his dream of sailing come true. Being young and without having any prior knowledge or money, the boat building apprenticeship and subsequent job in Switzerland was a way for him to learn the trade before setting out on his own boat. It served its purpose well because ALADINO is now an expert at what he does, and he has his own boat to show for it. But the one problem with the boat building trade in Switzerland is they often have a hard time keeping their employees, because sooner or later, most boat builders tend to set sail on the ocean and never return. And that's exactly what we plan to do.